Without further ado, here are your hosts, Bill from Warmstrong Adventures and Scott from Controversial Cruising.
Hey everybody.
How are we doing? How you doing, Mr. Warmstrong?
I am doing fine, surviving with the grandkids. So it's been tough. I was telling Scott before this, hats off to all the parents out there with kids trying to do YouTube. I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it.
Juggling the grandkids. I love it. I love it. Well, everybody that comes on in, do want to remind you, I'm sure Bill doesn't have his trophies, but I do want to remind everybody that you are coming into the award-winning Best YouTube Series Collab Meet and I Awards 2024. And again, because of you guys in 2025. So there are two of them. We want another one next year and the year to come, because this is the Best Series Cruise Talk show collab on YouTube every Wednesday here at 7. And well, I know we have a time change with the time change coming up. That's not going to affect the show. The only thing that's going to affect is the people that don't change their clocks, like this guy here. Because actually now, Bill, right now we're 2 hours apart because you're on the East Coast, so I'm on the West Coast. The best coast, and then next week will be 3 hours apart.
Well, we spring ahead,
fall back, spring ahead. Yes, spring ahead. So, I'm not looking forward to that. Even though I don't do anything with the clocks, it does affect all over. So I'm sure you guys are not looking forward to that. But we'll still be here next week, and this week we are going to talk a little bit about leaving those kids at home. And kid-free cruising. I know there is a line that is actually bringing kid-free cruising to the West Coast, and our good friend our good friend Mr. Bill actually has sailed on that cruise line recently, and we're gonna ask him a little, we're gonna ask him a little questions, some Q&A on exactly that and his feelings, and asking you guys too about leaving the kids at home and kid-free cruising. But let's see who's come on into Cruise Talk Live on this Wednesday.
Before you start that, Scott, do you have the poll question?
Oh, I do have the poll question. Good. Thank you for reminding me, actually. You want to remind us of the poll question? I actually closed it.
I don't have it pulled up right now. Hold on. I can pull it up real quick.
I have it. It's actually on both. It's on both of our sides. It's actually the same exact poll. So as you come in, the poll says, which West Coast kid-free cruise, because we're going to show you actually a bunch of these cruises, would you choose? First, the Mexican Riviera from Los Angeles. Pretty cool. Party up. The Pacific Coastal along the West Coast. Oh, that one actually sounds really interesting. Alaska from Seattle and Vancouver, which, Bill, I guess Alaska is already kind of kid-free. I mean, not totally, but I mean, 90%.
It is. And some of these other ones that are on there kind of kid-free.
And then the Panama Canal or the Panama Canal.
Any one of the longer ones, they tend to be fewer kids.
Yes, but this is talking kid-free, totally kid-free, leaving them all at home. Virgin Voyages is actually the line that we're going to be talking about tonight. But in general, I know there's a few lines that are starting to do this kid-free. But those actually are first sailings that are coming to the West Coast here in 2026, and kind of piqued my interest. So we'll talk about that in just a little while. Danny D makes her way in the very first one for Cruise Talk Live. Thank you for reminding me of that, Mr. Bill. Carnival Cruise Addicts has come in. Hello, CCA, Mr. Chris and Liz. Let's see. Hello, Miss Michael Ann. Happy Wednesday to you. Josie Ann. Hello, Trev with Josie Ann. I was watching your show before this show, catching up some replays. Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts is on his side. Hello, Chris. Would love that. So yeah, Helen, Georgia is this week. That's right. Getting excited. About Helen, Georgia. Everyone that's going to Helen, Georgia. I was supposed to go this year, but some things had gotten moved around, and I am not able to go. But hopefully, one of these years. Susanna is here. Hello, Susanna. Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy midweek. Gerald and Mark are here. Hello. More to see. Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Scott and Bill. Keisha's here. Hey, Keisha. Happy Wednesday, Bill and Scott. And she says, hey, chat folk. Em also joins us. Ember Glatt, welcome in. Bug, sorry. I'm still going to say Bug. Yes, next year, hopefully I'll try. I will definitely try. I'll definitely try. It's definitely on definitely on my list. I know my parents wanted to go. It's a little too far from Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where they are.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit too far, a little too far. I even offered to drive half the way, which is kind of crazy for me because I don't, driving long distances. I don't really like driving long distance, but I even offered and they politely declined. So let's see. Carol is here. Hello, Carol, solo cruising and more. Hi, Bill and Scott and everyone in the chat. Hello to you. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. Cruising Chris M is here. Hello, Cruising Chris M. Welcome in. Good to see you. And actually, down to the bottom of the chat, and now that I'm there, I am actually, don't have the bumper, but I am going to open a little package here before we get to our talk that Cruising Chris M sent me, actually. So I didn't open it yet, like I told you, Chris. I'm going to open it now. Actually went to my mailbox on time for once. I think he sent it like, this month. I'm so bad at that. I'm so sorry if you guys sent me stuff. Oh, what is this? Expecting any of this. I didn't win any contests or anything. So, the bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Oh, that is so nice. So awesome. Let's see. We got Cruising Chris M coaster. With we got the we got the signature. That's right. That's right. What is this?
He just got a package. He just got a package.
Oh, look at this. A manicure kit. I kind of actually need to cut these bear claws, which is awesome. Chris and Chris M. And it's that's awesome.
Chris says he sent me the same package. Thank you, Chris.
You didn't tell me, Mr. Bill. I also didn't tell you I had the package. And a poker chip. That's pretty cool.
I'm going to see if it brings me any luck. Fats and Tree had one and Carnival Cruise Addicts. And they actually, when I took them with me, they actually brought me a little luck. So I'm going to see about Chris's.
And a pen. Thank you very much. All my pens go right here. Eddie's pen here goes with the creator pen. So thank you, Chris. Thank you for the nice message and the nice package. That was a very nice surprise for a midweek hump day package.
Hump day.
He got a package. Yes, he did. Oh, there's Nightbot. Look at that. Check out Cruising Chris M. There's Cruising Chris M. Scott's a package. Scott has a package. I wonder what it is. Did you see it, right? I know I'm actually due to go there. I'm actually due to go for right around Mother's Day, give or take. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not going to be on Mother's Day, unfortunately. Sorry, Mom. But it's going to be around Mother's Day, so I'm excited. Mom really is excited to see me because last time, you guys know, my father actually came out here without my mom, so my mom's like, not jealous, but I guess she's wanting to see me, so she's making sure that I'm coming out in May, and I will be going out in May. She watches these every once in a while. So well, she likes the cruise related stuff, Bill. So she actually watches our show and doesn't really watch the match game, or she doesn't really watch the trivias or anything like that, which is fine. But she likes the cruise stuff. She'll put it on.
Remind me at the end of this that off the line moment, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, baby. Casino luck. All we need. That's right. All we need. 100%. Amelia's here. Hello, Amelia. Welcome in. Greatest evening, Jensen chat fam. and happy Wednesday to you. Okay, all the way down to the bottom. Okay, let me put that here. All right, so let me explain what had sparked this entire live and why I figured we should talk about this. Let me share this here. Blah, 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 blah. Share this. As you saw on the thumbnail, the Brilliant Lady Tour of the West Coast. So, Brilliant Lady's first ever West Coast season begins in the spring of 2026, which is obviously coming up. So, Virgin Voyages, okay, they're going to be basically covering 4 iconic regions, okay, with their kid-free cruising. Their whole persona is kid-free cruising, right? We're going to ask Warmstrong about that in a second, but their whole persona is this kid-free cruising, right? Upscale, sort of elegant, freestyle adult. Do what you want, leave it where you want it, and just cruise. Okay. So first ever time in the West Coast, there are no other than a few select maybe sea cruises. I don't even think Carnival's doing sea cruises out here. So I believe this is the first ever West Coast kid only free cruising. So that is what kind of sparked the poll question. That's kind of what sparked the topic for today, because there are 4 regions as I go down here. One, that Mexican Riviera cruise from Los Angeles, a 5 to 7 night offering a different take on Mexico's color, cuisine, and coastal charm, right? It includes Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, Ensenada, and probably not Puerto Vallarta, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? They'll probably replace it with something. But either way, I think that's pretty cool that it's even going from Los Angeles, right? Even that they're bringing the Brilliant Lady over here. 2, the Pacific Coastal Cruises, right? 5 to 8 night about effortless city to city travel. I love these descriptions. Ports include Catalina Island, San Francisco, right? You're starting to see more of these like U.S. ports like be integrated in these cruises, which is kind of interesting. So Catalina Island, San Francisco, Astoria, Victoria, British Columbia, poop hole, and Vancouver. Okay, most of them will probably go out of Vancouver or San Francisco. Region 3, Alaska cruises from Seattle or Vancouver. Obviously, the ports: Juneau, Skagway, Sitka, Haines. Smaller port, British Columbia, and more. 7 to 12 night normally, kid free anyway, but this is completely kid free. 18 plus to get on Virgin Voyages. And then Region 4, the Panama Canal cruises, the ultimate bucket list. Of course, Mr. Warmstrong has already gone on the Panama Canal cruise. Ports include Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Panama. Very, very, very limited 16 and 17 night sailings. The first set sail to Los Angeles in March of 2026. So designed for adults who want more than a journey. So that is what sparks the question. We will end that at the end of the poll. Bill, I mean, for you're part of it, but I mean, which of those kind of, if you had to put money down or if you got a free cruise, which one of those would you go on?
I definitely would do the Panama Canal. When I cruise, I think more of Caribbean, more of exotic ports. And even though I really appreciate Virgin, I mean, the ship and the adult only, I told you last, when I was on with Paul and before that, I was very pleased with Virgin. I'm not very pleased with some of these ports. So in other words, I don't want to go to San Francisco. I don't want to go to Los Angeles. I don't want to go to San Diego. I want to hit other ports. But I do understand that there's limited number of ports there. So this is an option. Instead of going to Ensenada, you break it up. I just don't want to go to San Francisco. I did that all my life. And now when I go cruising, I want something somewhat exotic outside the country most of the time. what's the name? MSC did that to me. I was cruising from New York. Our first stop was Miami. Every time I go to Miami, I'm in Miami. I've seen everything I wanted to see in Miami. I don't want to go to Miami anymore. So I'm kind of like the same thing there. You know, I've been out to LA. I've been to Seattle. I don't want that to be one of my port stops. I don't mind leaving from those ports.
Right.
I just don't want that to be one of my ports.
Absolutely. I mean, I 110% agree. And then, of course, that's why they have to throw Victoria, British Columbia in there.
In this case, it's Ensenada. A lot of those were Ensenada, I saw.
Right. Exactly. To hit that foreign port before you come back.
Right.
Let's see here. I do have a few questions too about Virgin. We do have some new people who have come in. So Life with EQ. Hello, Life with EQ. Welcome in. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Eddie Lugo Studios has come in. Hello, Eddie. Welcome in. Yo. Eddie Lugo in the house. Brooklyn in the house. Let's see. Ooh, Astoria is cool. Said
that's something a little different. Yes,
I would go there. Right. Alice Lugo has also joined us. Hello, Scott and Bill. Hello, Alice. Hey, Alice. Happy hump day to you. Let's see. Make sure yes anybody. Shay. Hello, Shay. Welcome in. Good to see you, Shay. Happy Wednesday to you. Bill, are you on grandpa duty?
Yes. Yeah. And I was saying, I mean, for people that weren't here, my hat's off to everybody that deals with kids and trying to do YouTube, kids in general, but my hat's off to you. I don't remember this, but when I was married, my kids were small, I worked all the time. So I don't remember the trauma. I shouldn't say trauma, but I don't remember this rising up early in the morning, and I worked midnight, so getting up and going to school. But they had bus service, so they would come and you drop them off the bus stop. It wasn't like this. And my grandkids, they go to schools in different areas, so it's like an hour loop. So every morning it's like get out the house at 7 o'clock. I'm not back till after 8. It's a tough one. Bill doesn't do mornings. Bill doesn't do mornings.
He's not a morning person, people.
No, I'm not a morning person. My daughter bribed me. She has a Keurig, so she bought me some little coffee cups.
She bribed me.
So I have coffee every morning, but Bill doesn't do mornings. Long story short, yes. Until Friday. Till Friday night.
Cruising Chris M says, I agree, Bill. My last MSC Seashore cruise, Miami was a port stop. I only got off the ship to see the new MSC terminal.
Yes. Yes.
That's funny. Just got off the seat.
Well, I did. I mean, usually when I get off, I go to Bayside Marketplace. I believe that's the name of it. Bayside Marketplace. Very over expensive, but it's something to do near the port. You're not going too far. But as I said, I like cruising out of Miami, so I go down to Miami a lot. I don't want a port stop there. Yeah, it'd be like having a port stop that hits in Detroit. I don't want a port stop in Detroit.
Nightbot reminding you, if you are on Warmstrong's side, I have fought with Nightbot, so he is not on my side. But on Warmstrong's side, type in hashtag strong to drop and share your link there. I've never seen him so active, by the way. So I usually don't click on Nightbot, but I've never seen him so active. So
I haven't changed the settings. My problem is I don't cut it off. I need to cut it on certain times, like banter with Bill. Anyway, I never think about it after we start the live.
I do see that sometimes. Cruising Chris M, what are you doing? Gifted 1 controversial cruising membership. Oh my God! Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me give you this. You are the absolute best. Welcome to the club, Alice Lugo Studio. Thank you to
yeah, you saw Alice. Alice received it.
Yeah, Alice. Thank you very much, Chris. You are the best. Let's see. Yes, kudos to all the beautiful parenting humans. Pop duties. Let's go. Quarterly.
Man, Well,
Quarterly.
pop out duties are easy. Hey, watch them for a night. Eat whatever you want. Don't tomorrow morning they're dropping you off. Not when you're got to get up and go to school. Not 5 days a week. Do homework. No.
Rather than Miami, Port Canaveral as a port stop, like the Royals from New Jersey.
They did that. They also did that Port Canaveral, but it's another port. Because I don't go out of Port Canaveral a whole lot, that might be a little bit better than Miami. But yeah, MSC did Port Canaveral, but I don't want that's why I don't like cruising out of New York. That's why I don't like cruising out of Galveston. I mean, 2 days to get to any port, and especially the wintertime. That's why Carnival, I think, is pulling out of New York, and MSC. It's 2 days to get to anywhere warm.
Yeah, right.
And it's in the wintertime. Other than that, I love cruising out of New York because you got the Eiffel Tower there. I mean, not the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty that you go by.
Statue of Liberty. It was
Eiffel Tower has been a bit of a reach, but
what?
No, it's interesting.
Kimberly says, I love Bayside Market with the Hard Rock Cafe, margarita, no pool. Bubba Gump Shrimp, lots of stores, bars, and music. Yep, they're right up my alley. It kind of sounds like Sparkman's Wharf, but, on steroids. Very close to the ship, no stress.
Yep. And that's the beauty of Virgin Voyages, because they board later. If you get there, drop your bags off, they have a free shuttle that takes you over there. I think I didn't wait for the shuttle. It was like $5 or $6 Uber ride. So I did a $5 or $6 Uber ride, took me right to Bayside Marketplace, and just walked around for a little bit and had a couple of drinks, and nice place just to hang out and wait for boarding time. And then when it was time to board, we came back at our time. They got us right through. So Virgin, they did things well. Again, it's only one cruise, so I can't put them at the top of my list. But
even though you've only had one Virgin cruise, I do have some questions for you. Just not about Virgin, but about just kid-free cruising in general, right? I kind of want to get people thinking about this, those who are watching the replay, those who are watching now. So, Bill, you don't get any preemptive questions from me. You get right on the spot. So, Bill, why is kid-free cruising better than we all think? Right? Somebody who hasn't.
It depends on who it is. If you're a family,
no, you're not a family. You're not a family. We're not talking to families. They are out. They've already scrolled past this. Why is kid-free cruising better than we think? Somebody who can kid-free cruise, like myself, or Carnival Cruise Addicts, or anybody that don't have kids.
Because you're not dealing with kids, and it's not that the kids are out of control. But it's always just like kids walking around, kids running down the hallway, kids being kids at the buffet, kids who can't get their own food, but the parents let them get their own food, and they're up there fighting with the tongs trying to get the food. The hot tubs, the kids. Oh, it's a cool day. Let's all go to the hot tub. So there's 15, 20 kids, and when I say kids, people, 15, 16 and under. They jam packed in the hot tubs on the main deck. Then you go to the adult area, because all the kids are there, all the adults and the other ones. So there's no that little private getaway that you can get on a lot of ships. And I didn't really notice it because a lot of my cruises, 29-day cruise from Brisbane to Seattle, 2 or 3 kids on the ship. Not a problem. However, it was cold, so you weren't really using the hot tub a lot most of the cruise. The same thing with like the Panama Canal. It was nicer because it was warmer, and you could utilize the whole ship, and it didn't seem as crowded because the adults could actually use the hot tubs on the Lido deck.
I will tell you, no adults could use the hot tubs on the Mardi Gras that I was just on. Oh my Lord. Even the ones out by the secret ones out by the Pig and Anchor filled with kids.
Really?
Kids.
No, I mean that's the best thing that
secret deck.
I really enjoyed about it was just how, and it wasn't that the kids are bad. It was just so many of them. That's it.
You don't want to be like, well, actually, I met a friend on my buddy Marcus now, who's my buddy now, buddy Marcus, who I met on the Carnival Mardi Gras. He wanted to go in the hot tub a few times, and he said, I don't want to just be like, it would be me sitting in there with 8 kids.
Right.
He goes, I'm not doing that, man.
Nope.
I'm not doing that. And like he paid the same amount of money, whatever, to go on a vacation. And he's like, I had to like take my bathing suit off like 3 times and be like, all right, well, I'm not going in the hot tub today. I'll try again tomorrow. And he did. He literally kept trying to, like, you go in today. He goes, nah, man, there were more kids in today than there were yesterday. I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. I told him to go out to the deck too, the front deck with where they served the guys pig and anchor. No, I'm sorry, not the front, the back. And he's like, bro, there was kids in there too. So I'm like, it was a very kid heavy cruise. It was Valentine's Day, so it was a lot of families, a lot of kids. But I mean, it's just, I have never myself gone on a kid-free cruise. I've been thinking about it. I've been getting more and more emails. I've been getting targeted more. Virgin Voyages somehow getting through my Facebook ads. It's crazy. So I've been thinking about it. Bill obviously won on the cruise. It got my peak of interest thinking. And I know a lot of you guys have also kind of been, thinking about it too. And now that it's coming to the West Coast, now I'm even more curious about it. Because now I can just go for 45 minutes and I'm not driving. I'm flying. It's easy.
I think you would enjoy it. I mean, and it's good to have a different ship. I am curious to see how the ship operates heading to Alaska. It didn't feel like it was designed for that, like the enclosed areas to watch and view the viewing areas that are enclosed. So they have places where you can go out and look, but on those cold mornings and things like that, sometimes you want to be inside or inside to warm up for a little bit and still have a little view. And the ship that I was on, Resilient Lady, I didn't see it for Hawaii. For Alaska. And I actually thought about it, and there's no dome on the pool area, so that scratch that. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a stretch for Alaska. West Coast, Ensenada, whatever the other one, not going there. Catalina Islands and all that.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be perfect. But Alaska, I'm waiting to see how that comes out.
And Panama, well, they'll be able to do Panama.
Panama, yeah, it's gonna be warm. You're gonna all you're doing just to get to the other side. I don't know if people know it's landlocked, so to get from like Florida to West Coast, you kind of have to go through the Panama Canal to get there. So, yeah.
Eddie, I don't know if I've been to base it's been a really long time if I have, so I'm gonna say no. To remember, no. Because when I went out of Miami, we just drove right from Greg and Michelle's house right there. We didn't even, because they live
that Sparksman Wharf. What was it? It was Sparksman's Wharf in Tampa.
Sparksman's Wharf, yeah.
Picture that, but bigger and way more expensive.
Yeah, of course.
I've
heard nothing about but good things about the Bayside marketplace in area, Miami. Yep.
For something like this to kill time, they have a big Ferris wheel. I mean, I'm sure they have other things down there. Before I get on a cruise ship, I'm not looking to spend money. My money's for the casino. I'm sorry, it's for the excursions.
Carol says, I'm thinking the American ports included because not everyone's cruising Virgin and MSC is from the US. Those cruisers probably enjoy seeing other American ports besides the debarkation ports. That's a good view. That's a good view. I didn't even think about it like that.
Well, I've never, some of these ports I've never really been to, but I don't cruise to go to US ports. Alaska was like the only one that's like, hey, I want to do that Alaskan cruise.
Or Hawaii.
Those are like the only ones that, throughout I have no desire to go to Baltimore. I have no desire to go to Boston. I have no desire to go, to San Diego. I just have no desire.
Kid-free cruising sounds delightful. I know it does. And so Carnival Cruise Addict. So now that I'm there, before I ask Bill his second question and get down to the bottom here, I do get targeted by all the cruise companies. So we're not leaving any cruise companies out. we know that I almost said Carnival Cruise Addicts, that Carnival is doing their own version of Virgin's kid-free sailings, and they're doing the sea cruises, the sailing exclusively adults. And I know some of our friends, like the Cam fam, they actually just did a sea cruise, which was adults only sailing, and they actually have 3 kids of their own. So, and they left them all at home. Obviously, they had to leave them at home. So, there are more and more cruise lines that are kind of peeking their heads up about the kid-free cruising, and I think it's becoming, I wouldn't say more and more of a demand, but I think it's becoming more of a demand. And I think they're seeing a unique opportunity to market this somewhat niche cruise, but there's a market for it, right? Even like I said, look at the Cam fam, right? They have kids. It's like, you're staying home, you're doing your school thing. We're going on a cruise, and it's okay, right? Parents can do that, and then parents should do that, right? Leave with aunts, leave with grandkids, grandparents, right? Like, wonderful Mr. Bill, right? Right? What if Mommy Millionaire went on a cruise, right, and said, "Hey, Armstrong, it's all you for the week. Thanks, Pop. See you later."
Yeah, I know they have to go with us on a cruise, we have kids, and they have daycare and all that stuff. One night, you got one night.
You got one night.
You got one night.
But I think these, I think these cruise companies, I think Carnival, I think personally that more and more cruise companies should offer kid-free cruising. Do you think they should, Bill?
I do. I
like Royal.
Margaritaville. I never thought too much about it, but there's. I mean, when I go on these other cruises, like I went on Royal, what ship was Quantum, and people like to put things on their cabinet doors, and all the parents are begging in the Facebook group. I get in the Facebook book begging, "Oh, my kid hasn't found a duck. Can you give me a duck? I want a duck. Can anybody give me a duck? Let's get a duck." Well, people give out ducks, but then they also put stuff on their doors. And in every Facebook group I've ever been in, oh, somebody stole this off my door. Somebody stole that off my door. If it means that much to you, don't put it on your door. If you got to come and rant about somebody stealing a sticker off your door, or a magnet off your door, don't put it on your door. And on Virgin, and even like the longer cruises that I did with no kids, I never heard that. So I'm assuming it's a lot of kids just walking by. Maybe they pick it up, maybe put it on somebody else's door, whatever. So I'm assuming it's kids. Don't know for a fact. I can't accuse anybody, but I don't get those same complaints. I did on this one Virgin cruise. Nobody said it, but all the doors weren't made up like Halloween for a teenager.
Were any of them decorated at all? Like, did any of them have any creator magnets, like TJ and Barbara's Adventures?
I don't. I'm sure they did. Well, I'm sure they probably did. Yeah, but nothing that stood out in my mind. Okay. Nothing that stood out in my mind. Some of them you go down the hall, it's just like up and down. Matter of fact, there was one that stood out in my mind because he had Detroit Lions sticker on it, which helped me find my cabin. And that was on. No, that wasn't even Virgin. That was.
Oh God.
That was Quantum. Virgin. I don't even remember one.
Oh Lord, we're getting the cruises mixed up, people.
Yeah.
More to see once on a kid-free cruise. Yep. Eddie says, I don't mind stopping in Miami since I grew up there. So also San Juan since I was born there. If I can spend a whole day, even better. Some of them do the staying overnight. They would stay overnight in Miami, but maybe in San Juan.
Yeah. No, and no, I know there are some people that want to go to Miami, and that would be nice. I mean, I'm not knocking that. For people that want to go, fine. If we're born there, yeah, you want to go back, maybe even check out the old house or something. No, I'm not knocking it. I just don't want to do it. When I look at ports, I don't want one to be Miami. I don't, and on this one, the particular one that you were talking about with Virgin, it was like
San Francisco.
Yeah, it's San Francisco and Seattle. Not Seattle.
Vancouver.
San Diego.
Oh, San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, no, I don't want. I have 3 ports. I don't want 2 of them to be in the United States. Unless it's Hawaii.
Yeah. The last cruise we were on the Miracle, which was just a couple weeks ago, was surprisingly kid-free. There you go. We got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's a small thing that you that I probably didn't notice, but I was taking more interest in it now. And then going on this particular one where I knew there were no kids on it at all, it was calm. It was peaceful. Everybody got along. I had no argument. I'm sorry, can't say no argument because I had these couples on the side of me, this one and that one, and they were arguing, not at each other, but their mates. You gambled too much. You, whatever this other person did. It was just like, just stop.
Cruise Nuts is here. Hello, Cruise Nuts. Welcome in. Hey, Scott. Hey, Bill. Welcome in, Nuts. Najuma has also joined us. Hello, Najuma. Welcome in. Travel says Carnival sailing exclusively adults is different than Virgin Voyages because Sea is very old crowd, so nightlife is weak.
Yeah, I can see that because those longer cruises that did it was geared towards gamblers. True. And I mean, like the high-end gamblers, so the older crowd, longer cruises, older people. Well, somebody laughed when I said something about the oxygen tanks. I'm not telling stories that they had, up the machine, slot machine, oxygen on one time, pulling the hand on the other side. Anyway, yeah, I mean, and smoking a cigarette. I'm like, ma'am, give one of them up. Give the plots up. Give the cigarettes up. Give it up. It's time. It's time. But enjoy your life. Go ahead. Have at it.
Live it up. Live it up.
Live it up. But oxygen and a cigarette. Anywho, so yes, I would imagine the nightlife. Even though I didn't experience a lot of it on Virgin, and then like Saturday night was outside, but it was like 50 degrees. So I don't think I got the full experience of it. But it was a young crowd. Everybody got along. Everybody's very friendly. It's kind of like a smaller Lido deck setup. So you don't see that whole crowd. You know how like on some of the Carnival ships, it's just lined up. I mean, it just looks like 100 million people just lined up at a stadium cheering, we will rock you. It wasn't like that. But I thought they played good music. It kept everybody entertained. I enjoyed it. As I said, it's kind of, to me, it's laid back, but fun.
Trisha's at Sail has come in. Hello, Trisha's at Sail. Welcome in. Good to see you. Try to get down here. I'm falling behind. Michael Answell, Mama said, I enjoyed NCO cruises in November and December. There wasn't many kids. Only one I noticed was very polite young man sailing with his dad. Well, that's good. When they're polite, that's fine. I mean, but it's still like the kids on the last cruise on the Mardi Gras wasn't bad. There was just a lot of them, so it just makes it awkward. I don't want to sit in a hot tub with just 8 kids and myself. That just doesn't. It just don't look good anywhere, and I just don't want to do it.
Hey, there's Uncle Scott.
No. Nope. I have laundry running. Packing. Oh, that's right. She's going to go the Mardi Gras tomorrow.
Nice.
Decided not tomorrow. Sorry, but soon. They aren't cold weather ships. Interior will be packed all day on board.
That's my biggest fear as far as going out there. And if you ever travel from the West Coast, you can be in July, traveling out of Long Beach or Los Angeles at night. It's going to be 50 degrees on the water. It's too cold to be outside. It's going to be I think it's going to be for their ships that they have now, and that's if they're cookie cutter ships. So I went on Resilient Lady. If it's anything like Resilient Lady, those cold weather nights and those cold weather Alaska trips, I don't understand how they're going to do it.
Oof. Travel said you don't want to wedge in Bayside now unless Virgin Voyages because Miami Port is totally constipated. Yeah, it is. Oh my God, they're trying to shove every ship in Miami. It's crazy.
They are.
They really are. Your favorite couple's here. Everyone's favorite couple.
Hey,
what's up? Welcome in, guys. Hey, Armstrong and Scott. Definitely looking forward to the Virgin on the West Coast. There we go. See,
I'm interested. I'm a negative Nelly sometimes. I mean, I will tell you what I really think. West Coast, Sheldon. Well, I don't know Sheldon. I don't know what you guys did. Well, I'm assuming this is probably Sheldon, but maybe Key. Remember we went on Firenze out of Los Angeles. I don't know if you did anything outside after dark, how cold it got on that ship, where you needed a jacket and stuff. Well, that's going to be Virgin Voyages, because it's going to be cold out there, but they don't have really an interior to handle a lot of people, and it's going to be interesting. And there's no covered pool, there's nothing, and it's going to be interesting going to Alaska. I think it's going to be interesting to see what people say going to Alaska. Right now, if I had a choice, money was no object, and I could pick any ship I would want to go to Alaska. Probably would be Princess. Never been on Princess, but I heard they do Princess right. They designed ships for it. Norwegian had the Encore kind of designed for viewing. Virgin Voyages is not designed for cold weather. No, my opinion.
Amelia says, just did celebrity silhouette. No kids, barely. Great sailing. There we go. That's a plus. We have some incredible sea cruise offers. So do I. I have some incredible. They're trying to like give them away. Oh my god, it's crazy. Productive time outside, right? Exactly. Yeah. The sea cruise on Carnival was absolutely amazing. I love kids, but it was nice not to worry about the kiddos. Did a 10-day back ended to a 9-day on the Conquest. Oh my lord!
Bill. Now you're talking about language, Kimberly.
Now you're talking 19 days. Bill's like, now you're talking.
You're talking my language. Because when you do stuff like that, there aren't many kids. And as I said, nice kids aren't a problem, but when I say they're not a problem, the yelling and screaming is probably what people think I'm talking about, and stepping on your shoes and all that. That's not what I'm talking about, but they just take up a lot of space. And the hot tubs, the swimming pools,
the buffets.
And a lot of times, even on MSC, MSC is my favorite cruise ship. World America is my favorite cruise ship, but they have a smoking area, which is like prime real estate. It's back of the ship with nothing, so you can watch the wake. Everybody brings their family back there. So here's tables for smokers, and it's filled with non-smokers, kids, and families. It's like, take them any place else, and it's only on one side. They have another side where the non-smokers can go. Nope, they want to be right there, and then get out of here. So that was my only one complaint. Yeah, I mean, sorry. You come to the smoking side, and then you complain about the smoke.
Oh my god! Cruiser, Pizza's here. Welcome in. I put myself on oxygen twice in this live. CCA said, okay, I still like hiding ducks with or without kids. Yeah, no, they're still fun. Adults still like finding them.
It's fine. But in the Facebook groups, you get the whiny adults because my kid didn't find one. Okay, we're not giving out participation trophies here. Find one or don't. That's it.
Trisha said, amen to that. Someone took one of our magnets. We laughed. We didn't post about it in the
right. I mean, that's if I put something on my door, kids probably thought they were funny, but they took the do not disturb sign off mine, and now my attendant is knocking on the door at noon, probably assuming I'm out. What do you want? No, didn't you say that? No, there's nothing on your door. Oh, no, I'm still here. I'll be leaving in about a half an hour.
My rant on Royal Caribbean, they stole my Carnival Cruise Addicts magnet. Nothing else. Chris, we'll get you a new Carnival Cruise Addicts magnet. Don't worry. We got.
If you like it, don't put it on the door.
Scratching Pete, or the Pete. Welcome in. Pete, Scratching Pete, Jackpot Pete. That's what I call him, Jackpot Pete. Pete, we're gonna get you a jackpot. It's coming.
It is coming one of these days.
It is. I'm so happy. Let's see. I like to put magnets on my door so I can find my room, and I appreciate others doing it. So when I get close to my door, there are some long corridors. Some long corridors, especially on the Mardi Gras. Some long corridors.
It is. I mean, I did it on this the cruise before Virgin. I definitely Quantum. I don't know if that was before or after, but I definitely followed the doors and some of the hangings on some of the doors, especially the one that had the lions. Oh, that's where my hallway is to go down to my room.
The lions. Gerald says, I might be thinking unfairly because we always cruise with our kids, but at this point in our lives, our kids are grown and we want to cruise with just other adults. Kids can be ...
Kids they're kids, so they're curious. They're talking. They're hanging with their friends. Because these, I mean, they had this. They on the quantum. It wasn't. They weren't kids, but they were maybe 16, 17, 18 years old. They hung out all night, but they just all got together and just talked all night, and they were fine. I didn't see them do anything wrong. But at 11 to 12 o'clock at night, the hot tubs that are still open, they were full of those people.
Mm-hmm. Chris says, I put magnets on my door to find my room. Yep, it's a must. Otherwise, I would be afraid of how many wrong doors I might try. Oh, God. Imagine walking into the wrong. Oh, God. I don't even want to. Virgin Voyages is very zen. Even room stewards are stealth and quiet.
Yes.
Is that true? Stealth
Pretty
and
much.
Quiet, Mr. Bill?
Pretty much. Yep. I mean, they're in and out. And I actually like that. Some people like, meeting the room steward and all this. There's been my favorite ones when I don't even know who my room steward is. I meet him like on the first day. And even on Virgin, I didn't meet my guy on the first day. I think I met him on the second day.
Yeah, this last guy was really good that I just had. He was awesome. Roxy said there were a lot of kids in the hot tub on my MSC cruise. Yeah. Yep. Will's here. Will from Together We Travel. Hello, Will. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Will.
Thank you very much. Cruise Life TV actually got this for me for my birthday when we were on our last cruise. Very, very fitting. Let's see. Definitely going to be interested for Virgin. Definitely going to be interested for Virgin. We enjoyed the Celebrity Edge for Alaska. That's right. They took the Celebrity Edge for Alaska. Yeah. Another ship that is definitely built for the cold for sure to do that.
What the Edge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only problem. I don't think any of the I think that's is that the newest? Probably the newest ship, Brilliant Lady. So maybe it's built a little differently, maybe. But if it's like anything like Resilient Lady, it's smaller, so it's fewer people, but there's really no good viewing from inside.
Ross is here. Sup, Beaches. Sup, Ross. Welcome in.
Hey,
welcome
Ross.
in. Happy to see you. More to see says, I don't like when the kids, when the hot tubs fill with the kids that want to swim in it. Go into the pool.
Right.
Go into the pool. Damn it.
Right.
No kids and we like it that way. That's right. See? Let's see. Okay, cool. All the way down. Good. I have another question, Bill. Finally down. I wanted to get down. I was so far behind there for a second. Okay. Now that that kid-free cruising for Virgin is coming to the West Coast, do you think there will be a different vibe on the ship on the Brilliant Lady than there is, let's say, on the Resilient Lady that's going out of where was it? Out of Miami? Did you take it?
Yeah.
Miami. Port Canaveral.
Would be a different vibe.
A different vibe on the West Coast.
Probably, I would say not. It's going to be kind of the same laid-back kind of vibe. The crowd might be a little older because a lot of young people want to do party ships. So I would imagine they like the Miami vibe, the Mexican Riviera vibe more than Alaska. So I would expect it's going to be a laid back cruise going to Alaska. Now the rest of the West Coast, yeah, I still think that'll be. I don't see a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people flying in from the East Coast to fly into Los Angeles to go to San Francisco and Seattle. I mean, San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I just don't see people spending that kind of money to fly there. They'd fly there to go to Hawaii. They'd fly there to go to Alaska. I don't know if they're going to go. Even Mexican Riviera, if you've ever been, I could see them doing that. But I just don't. I don't necessarily see that. I could be wrong, and I'm sure their marketing team has looked at this. They must think there's a market for it.
Yeah. Well, the Mexican Riviera, wouldn't that would go out of California, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would go out of California.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what we did on the Firenze, but at night. I mean, it was 90 degrees in Ensenada, and get on the ship at night. It's 59 degrees, 60 degrees. It was at least hoodie weather. Okay. And this was July. This was like July 20th.
Good point. Kimberly says, did Virgin Voyages have any indoor smoking area, a smoking casino? Question mark.
They actually did. The casinos were smoke free, but on Resilient Lady, they had a little room right behind the cage where you get your money, and you go there, and they had a room with some chairs, leather chairs, and things like that, and a few slot machines, maybe 10 or 15 slot machines, and people would go in there, and you could smoke in there. So I enjoyed it. Wives coming in with their husbands, they're in there smoking a cigar. The wives come in. I don't know. You got to talk to your wife. Tell your husband to leave here, to leave the smoking area. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have a problem with people that go into a smoking area, complain about smoke,
and then call.
Yeah, I mean, I can't breathe. Leave. Just leave. Nobody wants to hear you complain about you can't breathe.
Ron is here. Ron from the Fam Adventures. Welcome in, Ron. Good to see you.
So, all right. Long story short, yes, they had a indoor smoking area, which made it nice, cool nights, because I told you this cruise was a cool cruise. So it was actually like too cold to go outside and smoke. But when you went inside, it was perfect. I mean, I enjoyed it. Now, I probably smelled a lot more like smoke than I would if I was outside. But yes, they did have a smoking area.
Indoor smoking area. All right, one last question, Bill, before we let you get off my lawn. What was the one surprising takeaway from your first Virgin cruise?
I guess I was more surprised with how relaxing it was. You know, I was thinking it was going to be more party like atmosphere, always a party. And it wasn't like that. I mean, yeah, you can go to the manor and party, but the music they had playing around the ship, it was mostly the type of music that you would sit down and listen to instead of wanting to get up and party. They didn't have the 5 parties, the white party tonight, and then the sail away party this night, and it wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it wasn't like that. And I don't know. I just thought it was it was my speed, which is I like music. I like listening to music. I shake a leg or two every now and then, but I'm not gonna do that all night long. And I don't need every venue to be like that.
Right. That's a good point. Mortis says Bill makes me laugh. Yeah, me too. Definitely. Did you do the pajama party, Bill? Yes, you did. Yeah. You did the pajama party.
In a good way. The pajama party. No, it was freezing. I didn't even buy pajamas because I was gonna go down there and just see what was going on because I was just curious. But it was outside and it was 50 degrees. Ooh. No, I'm not. I'm not going down in pajamas and my winter coat.
No, I'm not.
But the next cruise that I go on, by the way, yeah, that's what. Okay, people. And I was talking about Virgin. I was trying to keep this a secret, but I told people, and I don't know who I told, who I didn't tell. So I made a members only video that I screwed it all up as far as what ship I'm on.
Nettie and
but
JT.
I went when I went on Virgin, I gambled. I earned about 1,500 points. Don't ask me how much it took to get 1,500 points. I'd say it's probably about $3 a point or something like that, maybe. Anyway, I earned 1,500 points. About a week or so after I got back, they sent me an offer for a cruise, and it was from the casino, but it wasn't like how you see Carnival's offers where a lot of them. I only had this one, and I'm just assuming that it didn't sell out. But I'm going on my next Virgin cruise, March 28th. It's a 9-day cruise from San Juan to New York. I guess it's a repositioning cruise. So they're giving me a free balcony cruise on Virgin. So I'll report back more. I have more experience. And the ship is, I think, Valiant Lady.
Wow.
But I did. And I didn't think I gambled that much. I really didn't think I was going to get any kind of offers. And I said, yeah, no, I'm probably not going back on Virgin unless, something happens to come up. And they sent me that offer, and I jumped on that because, it's free. And the food, I'm going to get pajamas. I had already looked them up. I'm getting pajamas. I don't know if I'm gonna get the shorts or the long.
Bill in a red pajama suit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be. I'm gonna jump in the pool. I'm gonna. It won't be a pretty picture, but I'm gonna do it.
Travel said, "I laugh when people walk past the smoking section with all that drama." Yeah, I smile.
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine.
Order the red pajamas. All right, we'll have them order the red pajamas, but we're also gonna send them out because you want to know what? It's time for crap. Where is it? Oh, Bill, I don't have it. Oh man, so we're just gonna have to do this. Bill, it's time for the get off my lawn. Oh no!
Well, okay. It's actually some of the thunder has been taken off because we actually talked about my get off my lawn moment because this
South
one
Carolina.
it kind of bothered me. Right, it kind of bothered me because I just told you this is a perfect segue. I got a free cruise. It leaves San Juan. It goes to Tortola. It goes to Dominican Republic, Parmigiano Bay, and then it goes to Charleston, South Carolina. I have no desire to go to Charleston, South Carolina. But again, remember we're heading up towards New York. So now it's going to be end of March, April. So it's just going to be changing temperature wise. And then our last stop is in Newport, Rhode Island. I have no desire to go to Newport. Give me a couple more. You could have gave me some more days down in the Caribbean and then 2 days back to New York instead of going to Newport. And there's probably a nice port. It's probably a nice city. Everything's probably great people. Why do I want to go to Rhode Island? So now Rhode Island in April, opening day baseball, I'm gonna have to bring a winter coat down. It could be 50 or 60, or it could be 25. Why? It was a free cruise, so I'm not arguing too much. But that I've been complaining about under my breath. Been complaining about that.
Bill, you'll have a blast in Charleston and Rhode Island.
Yes, I'm gonna have fun wherever I go. Guess I'm gonna explore more of the ship. So they have some nice mansions there. Hanging out in a big mansion.
Where his big red smoking jacket and his pajamas.
Oh, that's gonna make a good picture. Me in the smoking lounge with my pajamas on, with my cognac. Yeah, okay. That'll be up there.
Maybe that's why it's a free cruise.
Right, and that's what I assumed. It didn't fill out. Okay, he gambled some. Well, let's get him back on the ship. So that I do believe that's why they couldn't fill it up. It wasn't
that cruise with the 2 U.S. ports. The one with Rhode Island? Yeah, that one.
But it got me thinking as far as we were talking about some of these cruises going through the Panama Canal. Those are repositioning cruises. So if they want to throw one of those in there, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. We know you will. All right. All the way down to the bottom of the chat. This has been a fun chat and a fun talk without any kids. I didn't see any kids in here. Bill, I don't know. I'm still not used to asking you if you have a banter tomorrow, but you got anything else coming up for the rest of the week until we meet next week at this time?
Right now, no. Banter with Bill. I'm going to actually talk about Quantum of the Seas this time. And last week I didn't get a chance to even talk about it. So Monday I'm going to talk about Quantum of the Seas. And get a video out. I did not get a video like I was supposed to for Virgin and Saturday Night and all that good stuff. So that's coming out. That's coming out soon. How about yourself, Scott? What you got planned for this weekend?
Tomorrow we have Thirsty Thursday trivia with Captain Controversy, and we got another special captain hosting, co-hosting with Captain Controversy. On Friday night, we have the match game returns and is back after a three-week hiatus. And we have Denise and Dwayne from Bone Tired Travelers as our special guests. Saturday, I will be in the wing with my podcast. I have a very some wonderful controversial topics and some mugs to share. And then on Mondays I found a little slot for myself. I know a lot of people aren't up, actually a lot more people than I think are up, but 9 p.m. has been my time now. To 9 p.m. Eastern has been my time to slot myself in, which it might change with the time change now. It might be 6, but it's still going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. Either way, that's what YouTube tells me is the time that I should pump out my videos. So yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mondays is when you'll find some new vlogs or new content from me. So other than that,
check out the Nassau one. He went to the tip, people.
All the way to the tip. 30 minutes, too. It wasn't even that bad.
My goodness, you guys were walking like you were like speed walkers in the Olympics.
No, we were, and it wasn't that
Yes, you were.
Bill is slacking, says Carnival Cruise or Cruise Addicts.
You know what? I am, but I'm not, because I really had my videos. I really was pumped. I had all these videos made up for when I went to Barcelona, and I had them all set to go when Virgin came up. Virgin became such a hot topic. It's like, well, let me start from scratch and start putting these videos out for Virgin. And so if you go look at my Opus clips, the little shorts I have, I try to put them out every day, but right now it's maybe every other day. But I try to put them out, and it's all based on Virgin, because it's really a hot topic now. And going to the West Coast now, this is going to be interesting. I hope they do somehow give me another cruise on Virgin and on the West Coast, just so I can see. I don't think it's going to work.
Come on, Bill. Come on.
Yeah, my son probably won't go. So Scott, you're more than welcome.
Come on. Mortis says yes, Scott, you were moving. I guess I was moving. Keisha says, thanks for the conversation, Bill and Scott. Virgin is surely a hot topic these days. Blessed everyone. Bill wants more Virgin. Yeah, he does want more Virgin. Kimberly says, great live tonight, Bill, Scott, and the entire crew. Thank you, guys. Great live. Thank you for always showing up, and thank you again for making the best YouTube collab series 2024, 2025, and help us in 2026. So let's go. Thank you guys, everyone, and we will see you here next week. Bill, I'll see you next week. I'll see you around. Where is it? Bye, guys.
All right.